Good afternoon. We'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your face in the video. Another reminder, please take the online learning evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this one. I have placed the link in the chat box. Reminder also, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates with entitled 1 Menti 2A free voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Last request is please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video now and show your faces. Okay. Ready? Set. One, two, three. Oh, screen. Hindi kompleto. Okay. Isa pa. Abet. Sige. Let's take a good, another picture. Abet, please show your face. Okay. One, two, one, two, three. Okay. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021. During the COVID-19 pandemic, there are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. Shown here are the contents of the pep core courses. And then from October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 18, 2024 marks the start of year 4 of the RO Hoson Pep Talk. So by 2 weeks from now, we'll be going on our fifth year. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled Patient Story. PLT means tell, learn, and teach. Breast cancer. Why surgical treatment only? The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an essential understanding on why surgical treatment was done only for a patient with a breast cancer, for this particular patients with breast cancer. Contents will be the following. I'll be telling a story on a particular patient on the focusing on why surgical treatment was done for her breast cancer. The other topics which I will be discussing under Learn and Teach will be can surgery be sufficient or enough in the treatment of breast cancer? What are the indications for further treatment after surgery for breast cancer? And what is the patient-centered care management as applied in this patient? Disclaimer, The R.O. Hawson pep talk contains R.O. Hawson's thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations culled from the experiences of R.O. Hawson and the writings of other health professionals. Now, the story. SGOB was a 30-year-old female Filipina who first consulted me on August 7, 27. Tagal na, no? So, 27 pa. She had previously underwent open excision biopsies on both breasts in July 19, 2007 by another surgeon, not me, in another institution. Histopath showed invasive or infiltrating ductal carcinoma or breast cancer, okay, 2.5 centimeter on the right side, and then on the left side, the biopsy, the histopath showed only fibrocystic changes. So normal, no problem with the left breast, but there was a cancer on the right breast, 2.5 centimeters. So this is the histopath diagnosis, infiltrating ductal carcinoma on the right breast and fibrocystic changes on the left breast. So we had the slide review. It's also still showed invasive ductal carcinoma on the right breast. The initial treatment would be surgery or operation, okay, with two options. So when she consulted me with these biopsy results, I discussed the plan of treatment. Okay. So the options are, at that time, partial mastectomy, meaning not total mastectomy, okay, like this one, okay. Partial lang, ito yung cancer, ito lang tatanggalin, okay. And the other one is total mastectomy, the other option, which usually consists of a axillary dissection, or what we call modified radical mastectomy. That's a technical term for the total mastectomy and axillary dissection. So after the total mastectomy, flat-chested na yung pasyente, but in a partial mastectomy, you still have a boobs, you still have a bulge here, part of your breast. So I discussed the hows and the pros and cons of the surgical options. So she chose partial mastectomy with axillary dissection. She didn't want to have a total mastectomy at that time. Okay. So I explained further the partial mastectomy and axillary dissection procedure. The incision will be like this. Okay, I will be removing the previous, meron siyang dating scar from the previous incision, tatanggalin ko, and then I'll do a wide resection of the tumor. Sabihin natin itong tumor and then may margin. Okay, so after removal of the tumor, partial mastectomy, may hollow space na rito. Then itatahi ko lang yung sugat dito. Okay, so after the operation, there will be a tube drain. So after doing the subpartial mastectomy, I will be doing also a axillary dissection using a separate incision. No? So she underwent partial mastectomy and axillary dissection on the right side on August 22, 2007. So the histopath showed, after the operation by me, no residual mass after the excision. So natanggal na lahat yung first operation, during the first operation. And the axillary nodes were negative for spread or metastasis. So the following tests were done after the operation: estrogen receptor assay positive, progesterone receptor assay positive, HER2 new receptor assay positive also. Positive, positive, positive. So triple positive. After the operation, We discussed the options for additional treatment in the light of a 2.5 centimeter tumor and negative nodes. So stage 2 siya. And the following assay results: positive, positive, estrogen and progesterone receptor assay, and also positive for HER2 new receptor assay. So these were the options. Watchful waiting, wala nang additional treatment, one option. Monitoring lang. The other option is additional treatment. Kung additional treatment, it's a choice between chemotherapy and targeted therapy and hormonal therapy. So after the chemo, the targeted therapy using trastuzumab, and then hormonal therapy kasi positive yung estrogen receptor assay niya, progesterone ay positive, pwedeng gamitin ng hormonal therapy. The other options under additional treatment, wala ng chemo, wala ng targeted therapy, just hormonal therapy. So these options were presented to her and we discussed this. So, ang decision niya, she chose no additional treatment. No additional treatment was her decision. So, follow-up and surveillance with me as of March 27, 2025, this last month, last 2 months, the patient is now 48 years old. She is now 18 years in remission. Walang evidence of recurrence 18 years after. So no evidence of recurrence at 18 years with no additional treatment after her operation. So we can say hooray for her. Congratulations to her. No recurrence despite no additional treatment. Just follow up and check up lang. So end of storytelling. So let's now go to learn and teach. So the first question to ask, can surgery be sufficient in the treatment of breast cancer? As shown in this patient with 18 years in remission, the answer is yes. She just had an excision, then partial mastectomy and axillary dissection 18 years prior, with no additional post-operative treatment such as chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, targeted therapy, radiotherapy, etc. So no additional treatment whatsoever. The caveat, however, is that surgery as the only treatment is done with specific indications, such as early stage breast cancer in terms of size of the tumor, and absence of axillary lymph node metastases. Pag sinabi mong early stage breast cancer, usually we consider the size kung maliit lang, usually less than 5 centimeters, and then walang kulani sa kilikili, absence of axillary lymph nodes. The tumor assays that were done on her, ERA, HER2 new, are not absolute indications for additional treatment after a complete surgical removal of the breast cancer. Pero ito yung kadalasan ginagamit ng basihan to give additional treatment. Yung mga results ng ERA, HER2 new. So can surgery be sufficient in the treatment of breast cancer? When surgery may be sufficient, these are the indications: early stage cancer, either stage 0 or stage 1, meaning if the tumor is small, localized, there is no lymph node involvement, surgery alone, either lumpectomy or total mastectomy, may be enough. In another instance, pag meron kang diagnosis of ductal carcinoma in situ, okay, which is the earliest stage of breast cancer, okay, so this is non-invasive. It can be usually treated by surgery alone. Surgery is often the first step in treating breast cancer, and yet usually the first step, the most common. Comparing to other treatment modalities for breast cancer that are used alone, surgery offers the best chance for curing breast cancer. However, a caveat, while surgery is often the first step and offers the best chance for cure, additional therapies are usually needed to improve the outcomes and prevent recurrence. Kaya marami tayong naririnig na dinadagdagan ng gamutan after surgery. And there are indications for adding other treatment modalities to surgical treatment. So what are the additional treatment that may be needed to surgical treatment if indicated? So chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, targeted therapy, immunotherapy, radiotherapy. So ito yung naririnig natin palagi, yung mga additional treatment after the operation for the breast, chemotherapy, hormonal therapy, targeted therapy, immunotherapy, radiotherapy. The foremost indications for in adding further treatment after surgery are the further discovery or findings of actual physical extent of the breast cancer. So initially, baka ang akala natin early stage lang, but after further examination, usually with the histopath and other monitoring devices, no? Then lumabas hindi pala early, okay? So additional treatment will have to be given after surgery. And also, aside from the discovery of findings of actual physical extent, there were additional information on the cancer behavior, okay, with a track record of fast growth and recurrence. Examples, kung merong lymph nodes, that's an indications, usually an indications for additional treatment after surgery. Kasi pag may lymph nodes, ibig sabihin, nakalabas na yung breast cancer dun sa pinaka-source, dun sa pinaka-puno, the breast. No? Then HER2 new positive, usually, it connotes a poor outcome, kaya usually pinapakimo. And then triple negative assay, triple PRA, ERA, and HER2 new. Kung triple negative siya, usually pangit ang prognosis, mabilis umulit, so binibigyan ng additional treatment. Usually chemotherapy and target chemotherapy. No? So what is a patient-centered care management as applied in this patient? Patient-centered care management is the philosophy or approach to patient care that takes a patient's individual wants, needs, belief, and values into consideration and not imposing established guidelines and recommendations by the medical organizations. So this applies to this patient. We just respect what she wants. Then, okay. So anong paniwala niya, kung anong gusto niya, okay, rather than imposing established guidelines and recommendations by the societies, medical societies. Kasi yung ERA, yung positive, yung HER2 new niya, usually binibigyan ng chemotherapy. So in this patient, patient-centered care management is illustrated in the following. Options are explained to the patient and discussed. Importante yung discussions. Then let her decide what she wants. So informed refusal or consent was obtained as signified by a signature. The recommended guidelines by the medical organizations and also by the attending physicians are not imposed on the patients. So this is what happened to these patients. I discussed the options, okay, and I explained everything, and then she refused the usually the recommended guidelines. No, so I respected her decision. So this is an illustration of a patient-centered care guidelines. Options were discussed. Okay, options, I think word options. Okay, okay, partial, total mastectomy. Okay. And then informed refusals obtained. Okay, gusto niya ito, so we didn't do a total mastectomy. So, summary and takeaway in this particular pep talk will be the following. I focus on these questions. Can surgery be sufficient in the treatment of breast cancer? Yes, pwede with specific indications. And then what are the indications for further treatment after surgery for breast cancer? Yung mga quite advanced na stage like positive lymph nodes and also yung mga pangit na results ng ERA, PRA, and HER2/neu. Okay, what is a patient-centered care management as applied to the patient? So everything was discussed with the patients, the options, and then let the patient choose. Then the doctor respected the decision of the patient. Okay, he did not I did not impose what yung usual guidelines by the medical societies. So very important advice from me. If you don't want any additional treatment after surgery of breast cancer, make an effort to detect your breast cancer early in case you develop one and have it treated as soon as possible. Nakita natin dito, surgery was done only in this particular patient without any further treatment, and she's now 18 years in remission. So pwedeng mangyari yon. So that's why ang lesson here, if you if you don't like additional treatment after surgery, make an effort to detect your breast cancer early in case you develop one and have it treated as soon as possible. Always Be always in touch with the reliable medical information on why surgical treatment management may be sufficient in the treatment of breast cancer. Knowledge is power. It gives power. Use the four Ks of patient empowerment: kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on the options of surgical management only in the treatment of breast cancer. So with that, I end my pep talk today. I hope I have empowered you to have an essential understanding on why surgical treatment was done only in this particular patient with breast cancer. Reminder before we go to the QA, reminder after the pep talk is to take the online learning CUM evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate. So I have placed the link in the chat box. And then obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a free voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Request also, additional requests, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the QA and interactions. Please turn on your video now and show your faces. Okay. Ready? Okay, sama si Christy. One, two, one, two, three. Okay. The floor is now open for questions, comments, sharing of experiences, consultations, pwede rin. So ano yung naririnig niyo palagi? Pag may breast cancer, usually may mga additional treatment, no? Right? Yung mga usual naririnig niyo, may chemotherapy. Kaya yung mga ibang pasyente, pag nalaman na may breast cancer sila, ayaw nila magpa-opera kasi ang mas kinakatakutan nila yung chemotherapy, no? So, I always tell them beforehand, baka pwede namang hindi i-chemo, but importante yung surgery pa rin, no? Okay. So maraming instances na ayaw magpa-opera because natatakot sila kasi ikikimo sila after the operation. So So nauna pa yung takot sa chemo kaysa takot sa operasyon, no? So mali ang basis. Kaya ang sinasabi ko sa kanila, operasyon mo na the minimum, it's possible. Kung ayaw niyo magpa-chemo, wala tayong ano, we respect your decision, no? Okay. Basta importante i-monitor lang, no? Any questions? Everybody? Walang tanong? Sino bang ano? Belet, ano ba yung sa'yo? Ah,
Doc, good afternoon. Yung una po nung April 13, 2018, nag-undergo po ako nung left breast mass excision
oo,
biopsy.
oo,
Tapos ang result po ay invasive mammary carcinoma,
oo,
background of ductal carcinoma in situ.
okay,
Tapos so yun DBN nga po ay positive. Nag nag ano po yung sabi po ng doktor, paano ulit magpa-opera ulit. So
okay,
nagpunta uli ako dito po yung una sa ginawa to sa Lipa Medics.
oo,
Tapos yung sunod naman ho ay yung MRM ang ginawa sa akin.
okay. Total mastectomy
So,
na, okay.
oho, doon naman ho sa PGH.
Oo,
Sa
okay,
PGH ho.
okay.
Parang ang result ko ay parang ganun din. Yung
ERA,
invasive din
PRA,
ho.
nodes
Oho,
mo ilan?
ang result ko ay ERA positive, PRA positive, HER2 ay strongly positive. Tatlo ho.
Tatlo, positive,
Kaya ho,
okay,
oho. Tapos so ay sabi sa akin ng Dr. Gemma, kailangan nga daw ay magpa-chemo. Tsaka may inumin daw pong gamot.
okay,
Di, di ano nga po, nagpa-chemo po ako ng 6 cycles.
okay,
Pag hindi 6 cycles, 8 cycles. Tapos po, yung nag-trastuzumab ako, yung nung targeted therapy.
oo, targeted therapy,
18 cycles so yun, 18 cycles.
okay,
Tapos nun ho, tapos parang nung malapit nang matapos yung 18 cycles, binigyan din po ako ng gamot na ano, yung sa hormonal naman, yung letrozole.
letrozole,
Oo.
oo,
Tapos sabi niya, 5 to 10 years daw iinumin.
oo,
Tapos nung pandemic na nga, hindi na ako nakabalik sa kanya. Tapos
okay,
nakilala ko kayo. Di sa
okay,
inyo na ako nagpa-check up.
oo,
Ito nung aking thyroid.
okay,
Tapos nung maka 5 years na ho ako sa inyo, tinanong
oo,
ko kayo kung anong gagawin ko, kung itutuloy ko pa hanggang 10 years. Ang
okay,
sabi niyo ay ang mas maganda siguro ituloy. Kaya tinutuloy ko pa rin ho ngayon yung pag-inom ng gamot.
okay,
Pa
good.
7 years na ho.
Ilang years ka na ngayon?
Pa 7 na ho.
Ah,
Sa
7 years
April,
na. Very
opo.
good. Okay, sana tuloy-tuloy na. Na.
Opo.
Ano ba yung,
Pero ang tanong ko lang, Doc, kung hindi kaya ako nagpakimo or ano, nagtawag dito, nagpakimo at nag-take ng gamot, gagaling
ma,
kaya din ako kahit operasyon lang.
as a doctor, mahirap to say with certainty kung anong mangyayari. Di ba? Okay, so we talk
Mhm.
about probability, we talk about yung mga, ano yung mga recommendations, pag may, sandali, anong size ng tumor mo?
Bali ho, dalawa ho yun eh. Dalawang, ano
Dalawang
nga yun?
bukol?
Nakalagay ho Nottingham Histologic Grade 2.
Hindi, yung
Grade
size.
2 hon. Yung
Yung,
size ho ay, ano nakalagay din eh. Irregular, measures 4.5 times 2 times 2 cm.
four
Yun
point
po ang
yung unang operasyon, 4.5 na, yung pagtanggal.
the surgical specimen left breast mass consists of irregular piece of tissue that measures 4.5 times 2 times 2 cm.
Ito
Yun
yung,
po.
ito yung first
Naka,
operation mo.
yung first operation ko.
Okay. So after the mastectomy, may naiwan pa?
Parang konting-konti na lang ho,
Pero
naiwan.
meron.
Parang wala pang 1 cm.
Okay, so mga
Mm.
5 centimeter,
Mga point
no?
five ho, mga point five, mga
Point
ganun.
five plus 4.5, no? Ganon. So mga 5, no? Okay. So
Mhm.
roughly mga 5 centimeters. Yung nodes mo,
Wala po akong node sa kilikili po.
negative.
Wala, zero, negative po.
Very good.
Negative.
Okay. Okay. So yon. So yung sa iyo, um, mahirap mag-predict, pero kaya pinapayo ko na lang yung mga pasyente. Pag nodes mo, ako personally kasi ang aking I put a lot of weight dun sa nodes mo no? Kaysa
Mhm.
yung size ng bukol mo, no? O kaya, o kung saan, kaysa yung mga ERA, ganun-ganon, no? Okay. Kung nodes mo negative, no? Pwedeng
Mhm.
wala, no? Pwedeng
Ah,
wala,
pwede rin
no?
po
Pero
wala.
syempre walang 100% guarantee. Pero what do you call that? Maganda yung results, no? Okay.
Mhm.
Now, kung nodes mo positive, usually i-convince kita to take the additional treatment, na? Okay. Pero
Mhm.
depende rin kung nodes mo ilan lang, let's say one or two lang, baka pwedeng wala rin. Saka titingnan ko pa rin yung mga estrogen receptor assay mo, no? Kung positive siya or negative, no? Kung positive siya, baka pwedeng tabletas, hormonal therapy na lang. Wala nang chemo, no? Ganon,
Sayang,
no?
no?
Okay.
Ayan na. Sa dami
So,
kong dinanas na hirap.
iba yung iba-iba yung recommendations ng mga doktor, no? Iba-iba yung based on mga guidelines na pinapakita sa amin ng mga societies, no? But I usually tell the patients to make their own decisions, no? Kumisa
Mhm.
naman, nakikita ko, takot na takot sa chemo, o kaya hindi kaya ang gastos, no? So I will tell them, get the second option na let's say, yung pinaka-minimum will be kung positive yung estrogen receptor assay, pwedeng hormonal therapy na lang, and then bantayan na lang, na? Okay.
Okay.
Babantayan
So,
na lang.
kung
Pwede rin.
nakakilala ko na agad kayo at hindi na nag-chemo pa. Daming chemo. Masyadong naapekto na sarili.
Nahirapan ka.
Oo.
Okay. Anyway,
Pero sabi ho ni ano, nung sino ba sabi ho ni Doc noon to sa PGH, kaya daw
ah,
dapat mag-chemo, gawa ng ERPR, HER2 po. Yung HER2 daw po ay strongly positive.
yeah,
Kaya kailangan,
because of the HER2, kaya nga yung current recommendation, pag may HER2 ka positive, that's a uh, parang warning sign, alert sign mabilis umulit, na
oo
bumalik,
nga po,
no?
yun nga po,
Kaya
aggressive
usually,
daw po, aggressive.
pero hindi 100%. Marami rin ako nakikitang pasyente may HER2 positive, no? Hindi naman umuulit, no? Basta yung nodes
Mm.
niya negative, no? Okay.
Yun ho, mahalaga. No,
Oo.
negative naman po.
Oo. Okay. Anyway,
Kahit daw, kahit na 3 beses na in-examine yung ERPR HER2, 3 beses po in-examine yun eh.
bakit tatlong beses?
Kasi ho yung una, yung dito sa operation sa Lipa, inano ho, in-examine sa PGH ho, di yun ho, lumabas. Tapos nung inopera ulit ako, in-examine ho, ganun din ang result. Tapos
Mhm.
noong, dahil nasa ano nga ako PGH, inano din ng NKTI, dinala din ho sa NKTI. Positive din daw po.
So pare-pare yung results.
Oho, pare-pareho.
Okay. Bakit inulit-ulit gumastos ka?
Din ho sa ano, yung patatlo ho, wala nang bayad, yung sa NKTI. Pero
Okay.
yung nung dalawa, meron.
Okay. So depende na sa protocol ng hospital yan eh. Kung minsan, no, pupunta ka sa ibang hospital, pinapaulit nila. O kung depende rin sa doktor na pupuntahan mo lang, no? ayaw niya maniwala, gusto nila to confirm it, paulit mo lang, di ba? Okay. So
Opo.
kung libre, okay lang. Eh kung hindi siya libre, mahal din 'yon, di ba?
Oh,
Usually
mahal din
abutin
nga
ka
po
naman,
eh. Hindi ko na matandaan. Mahal din ho.
abutin ka naman at the moment, baka yung iba 8,000 sa PGH, yung mga sa
Parang
isang
gayon nga ho. 5 or ganon. 3
oo,
or 5,000.
oo. Kung
Yun nga.
magpapa-fish test ka pa, baka 11,000 ganon na. Okay.
Mhm.
Kung minsan yung mga test na yon, kaya pinapaulit kung may mga discrepancy rin, no? So, you can say
Mhm.
mali o ano, no? Kaya kung minsan inuulit din mga doktor, no? Okay.
Oho.
So, yon, no? So, at least naka 7 years ka na, no? Okay.
Mhm. Naka-7
So,
awa ng Diyos. Wala naman
yeah.
hong nararamdaman.
Sige.
Yung
Wag
mga
mo nang
masasakit nga
sisihin
lang
na,
ang likod. Siguro yung matanda.
wag ka nang magsisi na nagkimo ka.
Oo.
Okay.
Mhm.
At least naka 7 years ka na. Who knows, baka nakatulong din, no? As I said,
Siguro nga din
we
ho.
can never predict these things, no? Only God knows, no? Okay.
Oho. So,
Okay.
sige po. Salamat po, Doc.
Okay. So, Dr. Ray Benjamin, any comment on that, ano, yung kay Belet?
Yung sa kanya, tingin ko, nag-chemo because of yung size na 5 cm. Tapos HER2 positive niya. Kaya slow stress rin only recommend yung chemotherapy kahit node negative. Tapos yun, add ko lang. So marami iba't ibang types of adjuvant treatment. Yung hormonal, chemo, RT. Pero depende po kasi talaga sa type of cancer at yung characteristic. Pero ayun, tama nga na hindi always necessary na may kailangan pang gawin after. Pwedeng surgery lang. So, nag-iiba-iba. So, yung maraming katakutan ng patient ay kung magkikimo pa after. So, hindi, parang ano siya, myth siya, na lagi lahat ng breast cancer patients ay kailangan mag-chemo. May pwede naman na hindi mag-chemo, basta yung early stage cancer. Pero yun, kung HER2 positive, malaking tumor, may nodes positive, highly recommended yung chemo just to prevent yung recurrence na ayaw po natin na mangyari. Yan lang. Thank you.
Okay. Any more comments? Thank you, Lance. Okay. Any more comments? Wala na? We still have 15 minutes. Sino pa bang may breast cancer? Si Phoebe. Phoebe, ano bang ginawa ko sa'yo? Surgery ka lang, di ba, Phoebe? Phoebe? Nawala na si Phoebe. Nawala. Biglang nawala o babalik siya. Anyway, the reason why I decided to present this pep talk, as, as I said kanina, yung mga may breast cancer, diagnosed with breast cancer, ang reflex nila, kasi ang pagkaintindi nila, lahat ay ikikimo, no? Aside from the surgery. Kung nung narinig nila ikikimo, pati surgery, aayawan nila, no? Okay? So yan ang aking experience with a lot of patients, no? Pag pumupunta sa akin, malala na, ako sasabihin ko sa kanila, bakit hindi mo pinaopera kaagad noon? Kasi ikikimo ako noon eh. Kaya ayoko magpakimo. Kaya sabi ko, pwede naman hindi magpakimo, basta kung ayaw mong pakimo, at least operasyon. Tanggalin ka agad, no? So may advantage din ng operation kahit na kung minsan yung kahit na i-operation mo lang, baka pwede na, no? Just like in this particular patient, nag-surgery lang siya, wala siyang additional treatment, no? Okay. Okay. So, help me disseminate this information na lang, no? Sa mga pasyente na may breast cancer, sabi mo sa kanila na hindi naman kailangan o hindi naman automatic na may kikimo eh. Basta importante yung operasyon mismo. Kung takot sila sa operasyon, wala na tayong magagawa. Pero kasi usually ang majority ang takot nila yung chemo eh, kaysa yung operasyon, no? Okay. So, just tell them, well, hindi absolutely necessary yung chemotherapy or that doesn't always follow that dapat i-chemo after surgery. Pero ang mas importante pa rin maoperahan, na? Okay. So, tulong na lang sa mga dissemination information of mga ganito para matulungan ng mga pasyente kahit na operasyon lang, no? Kaya ako minsan, nung nag-mission ako sa Eastern Samar last time, kasi wala silang maraming pasyente na breast cancer, walang pang-chemo, walang no? Kaya ayaw, no? So, natatakot sila. Sabi ko, sige, basta operasyon lang. Basta dapat mahuli ng maaga, no? Para maoperahan. Kung ayaw niyo magpa-chemo, okay lang sa akin. No? Okay. Kasi may benefit din yung yung tatanggalin na lang muna. No? Kaysa natatakot sila, ayaw na nila magpa-opera habang during this time, lalaki yung bukol to the point na hindi na maoperahan. Diba? Okay. So, yan ang disadvantage doon. No? Okay, bumalik na si Phoebe. Phoebe? Phoebe? Phoebe Caldino? Si Phoebe na-operan siya bilateral mastectomy. Nakalimutan ko na kung nag-tablet ba siya. Alay ko, hindi siya nagpa-chemo. Tablet, baka hormonal lang. Phoebe, can you share us your experience? Nawala. Nawala na naman. Baka nahirapan siya. Okay. So, any other comments? Wala na may breast cancer dito. Wala kayong experience with other patients, mga relatives ninyo? Tama ba yung sinasabi ko? Majority, maraming tao na takot sa chemo. Basta narinig lang yung chemo, ayaw na. No? Okay. Pero minsan nakakatulong din chemo, although maraming side effects. No? Minsan nakakatulong din. No? Okay. Kung wala nang tanong, we will call it a day. We'll see each other next week. No? We'll talk on thyroid naman. Thyroid na lang tayo. Balik tayo sa thyroid. No? Okay? Okay? O, yan. Bumalik si Phoebe. Phoebe. Yan. Wala. Phoebe. Salita ka. Unmute. Yan.
Yes, sorry po, nagluluko yung phone ko eh.
Yeah, alam
Biglang
ko.
nawawala.
Alam ko. Okay. Nag-chemo ka ba? Hindi ba? Hindi ka nag-chemo,
Hindi
di ba?
po. Ano
Tablet.
lang, tamoxifen lang.
Okay.
Hindi.
Ah,
Ako hindi.
Okay, good. So, yon. Ang pinakamaganda is really operation. Kung walang iba pang gamutan, yung pinakamaganda. Check up lang. Pero kung
Yes.
pwedeng i-hormonal therapy, kung positive yung ER/PR mo, mag-hormonal therapy na lang kayo. Na, kaysa yung Pero depende din sa nodes ninyo kung ilan yung ER/PR results niyo. Na? Okay. So ilang years ka na, Phoebe?
Ilang years?
10 years ka na?
2014 ako eh.
Oh,
11 na.
2014.
2014.
Oh, magta-10 years ka na. Meron na?
Yes.
Oh, nga, no?
More
10,
than that.
11 years ka na. Sige. Okay,
Yes.
congratulations. Na?
Wala namang aplikasyon eh. Doon lang. Sabi niyo nga po, 10 years yung tamoxifen, pero after 5 years, sabi niyo eh, pwede na tigil.
Okay. So, 5 years ka lang nagtamoxifen, no? Kasi kumisan, yung 5 to 10 years, depende dun sa ano mo, yung mga load ng cancer. Kung positive ang nodes mo, mas maganda, mas matagal, mas mahaba ang inuman, no? Kung wala naman, pwedeng 5 years na lang, no? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. May sasabihin ka pa ba?
Wala na. Yun na lang.
Okay. So, we'll see each other next week. We'll talk about thyroid na next week naman. No? Okay? Thank you. We'll see each other. Bye-bye.
Doc. Bye-bye po. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Doc.
Mhm.